Hello and welcome to the new series of Drishti IAS. I am Pooja Dwivedi, and in this segment today we are going to discuss the historic impeachment, in the sense Donald Trump has been impeached twice. He is the first president of the US to be impeached twice. So this topic is important from the perspective of prelims as well as GS Mains Paper 2. Let's begin with the topics of discussion step by step. First of all, we will talk about Wine News. That will be followed by the Capitol Hill violence, and we will talk about the 2019 impeachment of the US president, and now 2021, we will talk about that as well. Impeachment process in the US as well as India. We will compare these two, and also the impacts of this particular impeachment on the career of Donald Trump. We will talk about a question which is a mains-based question. You will easily answer it with the help of this particular segment. Alright, so Wine News, because in a historical and unprecedented move, Donald Trump has become the first president in the United States history to be impeached twice. Once he was impeached in 2019, however, he was acquitted later. And now, if we talk about 2021, he has been impeached because of incitement of insurrection. Now, let's talk about the background for a bit. So, what has happened exactly? Why is he being impeached in 2021? Because of the incitement of insurrection when it comes to the Capitol Hill violence. What has happened in there? So on 5th and 6th January, a rally was organized by the name of Save America Rally, where lots of Trump supporters gathered, and there Donald Trump Jr., Rudy Giuliani, and many other members of the Republicans, they gave a speech. And if we talk about the phrases used by Donald Trump back then, it was like, "Take back our country," "We will fight like hell," and he also incited the mob, the entire group of protesters, to march to the Capitol Hill. That culminated to the Capitol Hill violence. The mob marched towards the Capitol Hill violence to distort the election process, the election counting of vote process basically, and that time they sieged and also kept many parts of the Capitol under their own supervision, right? So that's what has happened. So this is the Capitol building, also known as the Capitol, and it is the meeting place of US legislature, and it is situated on the Capitol Hill at the eastern end of the National Mall in Washington, DC. So Washington, DC, which is the capital of the US, also known as DC. That means District of Columbia, which is the female personification of the state. So if we talk about this, this particular state has the capital, and it was named after George Washington, the first president of the United States and a founding father. And if we talk about the Capitol Hill violence, this has happened so many years after 1814, when the British Army burnt the Capitol, the entire city of Washington, because of the War of 1812. So after so many years it has happened, and the entire democracy is in tatters right now in the US. So if we talk about how has Trump reacted very slowly, and he called the mob, the protesters, as great patriots and asked them to go back home in peace, and also said that he condoned the entire violence and said that there were frauds in the electoral process because he doesn't accept victory of Joe Biden. So that has happened. And how have Facebook and Twitter reacted? They locked down the profile of Donald Trump and also removed all the posts and tweets related to the violence. Alright? And so if we talk about what has happened when it comes to world community, the world community said that this is a kind of sedition, also domestic terrorism, insurrection. Many scholars have even called it a coup d'etat by Donald Trump in the country. So that has happened. The entire world is in shock right now, how Donald Trump has reacted to his defeat. So if we talk about it, at a later stage, after succumbing to the pressure of his own administration, Donald Trump said that he accepts the orderly transition of power. But the article has suggested that as long as he remains in his office, he is a threat to the nation, the constitution, and the democracy, right? So that all has happened in the background. If we go to the 2019 impeachment, first we will talk about two presidents who have been impeached before Trump. First was Andrew Johnson in the year 1868 and Bill Clinton in the year 1998. Alright, and if we talk about what does the Constitution propose, what can be termed as an article under impeachment is the US Constitution states that the president can be removed for conviction of treason, bribery, or other high crimes or misdemeanor. If we talk about the 2019 impeachment, the House adopted two articles of impeachment against Trump: abuse of power and obstruction of Congress. Why? What happened in 2019? Now, Trump's impeachment came after a formal inquiry alleged that he had solicited foreign interference in 2020 US presidential election to help his re-election bid, and then obstructed the inquiry itself by telling his administration officials to ignore subpoenas for documents and testimony. So what is it trying to say here? That Trump, he solicited foreign intervention by Ukraine. This was alleged. And why did he do so? To further his cause for the 2020 presidential election and defeat Joe Biden. And he also told his officials that if any kind of summon comes from the courts or writ comes from the house, then they should ignore it. That was his abuse of power. Also, the inquiry reported that Trump withheld military aid and an invitation to the White House to Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in order to influence Ukraine to announce an investigation into Trump's political opponent Joe Biden and to promote a discredited conspiracy theory that Ukraine and not Russia was behind interference in 2016 presidential election. How interesting is that? That Trump, he withheld or he refused to provide any military aid or even invitation to the Ukrainian president. Now, why did he do so? In order to influence Ukraine, in order to nudge Ukraine to announce an investigation into Trump's political opponent, Joe Biden. And also said that a promotion of this conspiracy theory should be there, that Ukraine was the country which meddled with the 2016 election and not Russia. Further, what happened? Because of the Republicans not voting for impeachment, he was later acquitted on February 5, 2020. So this was the first instance. Now, if we talk about what will the impacts of this particular impeachment on Trump's career, what will happen if he gets impeached? First, effects on future endeavors. That means he may not run for any federal office in future if he gets impeached, because it is very different. This particular impeachment is very different from the 2019 impeachment, right? So he won't be able to run for any kind of federal office, because there was a similar incident when Judge J. Humphrey, right? He was impeached in 1862 in civil war. So he fled to South and he was a judge and he fled to South, and because he was a federal judge there, after going to the South, he started providing his services as Confederate judge. So after the impeachment of the 1862 against the Judge Humphrey, what happened? He was out of office forever. He never served as a judge again. So that could be one impact. Second, congressional ban for federal run, right? Because he has indicated, Donald Trump has indicated that he would go for presidential run in the year 2024. Now, because his presence in the office is a threat to the constitution, the nation, and the democracy, he may not run for the presidential election of 2024 forever. So, it says Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, in theory, gives Congress the authority to bar public officials who took an oath of allegiance to the US Constitution from holding office if they engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the Constitution. Yeah, exactly what has happened. he engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the constitution, and hence he broke his oath, right? This could be the second impact. New balance of power, third impact. In the sense, if we talk about the 2019 impeachment, 195 Republicans voted against the impeachment. But if we talk about this time, many Republicans are voting on the same lines as Democrats, the rival party. So there is a new balance of power in the entire house right now. That could be the new impact. Now let's talk about the comparison. How the president is impeached in India and how the president is impeached in the United States. Before that, as we all know, our parliament has the president, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, right? And if we talk about the Congress, the legislative body of the US, they have the Senate and of course the House of Representatives. The House of Representatives have members according to the population, right? And if we talk about the Senate, irrespective of the population, every state will have 2 representatives. This is the entire composition of the US Congress. The legislative body there is known as Congress. Alright? So if we talk about, I'm moving away, you can take a screenshot please. So if we talk about India, the procedure for impeachment of the president is given under Article 61 of the Constitution. Now here, the president can be removed from the office by a process of impeachment for violation of the Constitution. That means Constitution is the biggest authority in the administration and political structure of a country. So this is the first thing that you need to keep in mind, violation of the Constitution. And then the impeachment charges can be initiated by either house of the parliament, by Lok Sabha or by the Rajya Sabha. Second thing, this could be a prelims question as well. So you please be very attentive when I'm reading it away. These charges should be signed by 1/4 members of the house. Then comes the signing part. The charges should be signed by 1/4 of the members of the house that has framed the charges. Alright? And a 14 days notice after that should be given to the president. Then after that, what happens? After the impeachment resolution has been passed by a majority of 2/3 of the total membership of that house, it is sent to the other house which investigates the charges. Now if we talk about the next step after the signing has been done, after a notice has been provided to the president, what happens? After the resolution, after that, the resolution is passed by 2/3 members of that house that has framed the charges, and it is then provided to the other house, suppose from Lok Sabha to Rajya Sabha. After that, if the other house also passes the impeachment resolution by a majority of 2/3 of the total membership, then the president stands impeached from his office from the date on which the resolution is so passed. That is the entire process in India. If we talk about the process in the US, now any member of the House of Representatives can introduce a resolution of impeachment if they suspect the president is guilty of treason, bribery or other high crimes or misdemeanor. Now here Senate is not responsible for it, only House of Representatives, right? And the House of Representatives consider the set of charge, what has been the charges. If a simple majority, that is 51% support impeachment, the process moves for trial, right? Keep this number in mind. Simple majority, 51% only. If they are agreeing that these charges do exist, the president is guilty of such charges, then comes the trial. And in the trial, what happens? The trial begins. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court presides over the trial, and while members of the houses from the prosecutors and senators, they can be the jury. And the president here is empowered to appoint 2 defense lawyers. Such provision is not given in our constitution. And at the end of the trial, a Senate vote delivers the outcome. If at least 67%, that is 2/3, of senators find the president guilty, He is removed from the office, and vice president takes over for the remainder time of the term. That is the entire process of impeachment when it comes to the US. Very interesting. So let's move on to our mains based question now. I hope you will be able to answer it correctly. What do you understand by the term impeachment in Indian polity? Compare and contrast the process of impeachment of the presidents of India and the United States of America. You have to write down this in 250 words, right? Alright, so that's it for today. Tomorrow we shall meet again with another segment. Until then, stay updated and thank you so much for watching.